Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this vast world you may or may not happen to be. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers Live, audio only edition. So, today I just kind of want to give you all an update as far as how I'm doing. I'm currently on a sort of a vacation. I'm definitely working as I am where I am, but um, where I am is not where I would normally be. And where I am right now is very relaxing. So I'm very grateful to be able to be where I am right now. And I'll be here indefinitely. But I'll tell you, a few things have happened since I've been where I am right now, which is the Orlando, Florida area, that without a doubt have been both divine intervention and blessings in disguise, which is interesting. A few situations have actually prompted me to start a sort of personal Christian outreach to the homeless in the area because I'm not affiliated with any churches in the area, though I am affiliated with a certain church, but not in this Orlando area. But just on my own, I've been passing out spiritual materials to people just whenever I cross their path. At some point, I might stream some of my outreach, and initially I said I was going to, but then I thought about it and I'm like, how vain is that? Because, I'm not doing what I'm doing for attention when it comes to that. I'm doing it just because I feel the call. And though I don't have a lot of additional resources, I do have some resources. And being that I don't have any kids or anything, there's no excuse for me not to throw a few dollars toward the homeless if I'm able to, when I'm able to. So that's something I'm implementing into my life a little bit more. I actually found these really, really not only cute, but convenient, tiny little books. They're called My Little Bible. They're not full Bibles, okay? But each page encompasses verses from the various books of the Bible, and each one is smaller than the palm of my hand, so I can keep these little books in my pockets or in my purse. And just as I've been out and about touring Orlando and seeing what I can see, if I pass a homeless person or sometimes just somebody who looks sad, I give them one. But if it's a homeless person, and there was someone online who said I shouldn't do this, but the person who said I shouldn't really is not a good person. So I will not be listening to them. But the homeless people, I give them like, somewhere between $5 and $10 along with the Bible or the little abridged Bible. Closer to $5 because, I don't always have more than that on me because I don't carry a lot of cash. But I'm glad I'm doing that. And that's just going to be something that I do whenever I travel. And I'll be traveling a lot over the next few years. But let's see what else is going on. Oh, so if you follow my YouTube channel, IRL News Time, you'll see that I have become a bit of an Uber Lime scooter addict. They have these rental scooters all over the place in Orlando that at first I was kind of hesitant to get on because I was thinking to myself, man, I'm 46. I don't need to be getting on any damn scooter. But I was out live streaming the other night and I kept seeing them and I thought to myself, you know what? What the hell? Let me get on one. And man, what a good decision. I'd forgotten how much I enjoy two-wheel vehicles. I mean, riding these scooters has taken me back to my childhood, my teens, my early 20s. So I decided to invest in one. And it's been an interesting experience figuring out which scooter to get. Okay. And I'm talking about electric scooters, not kick scooters or manual scooters. I'm looking at electric scooters. Okay. So almost immediately after, getting acclimated to the Uber Lime scooters, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, get an e-scooter off Amazon. So I picked out one that was in the range of $200, and they never shipped it. They also never charged me for it, and I was pissed. But then in the back of my mind, I heard that little voice that said, "Don't get upset, Alexandra. It just might be a blessing in disguise," and it sure was. It sure was, because after doing a bit of research and whatnot into what kind of scooter really would be right for me, even though the scooter that I initially chose probably would have been okay, I wouldn't have been happy with it in the long term. I needed to spend a bit more money for something that really was right for me. So I did. And I didn't want to really spend the additional money, but the thing is that I know that as I'm on my indefinite 2025 journey of self-discovery. Oh, I should put my little graphic up. Let me do that. I just know that I'm going to want to be all over the place in the various cities that I go. And don't get me wrong, I like walking. I really do. But it's so much more fun on the scooter. It really is. It's just so much more fun. So, some places that I travel to, I'll probably walk sometimes, but these scooters, they're foldable, they don't take up much space in your car. And I just thought to myself, I need to get this because, I mean, if I were to continue to rent these Uber Lime scooters, and they tend to charge you by the minute. Every time you get on one, it costs you around $20, if not more. Okay. And that's a very limited amount of time. So you're better off spending a few $100s on something that's yours that, y- you know, you're going to use. Because I just know that once I actually have a scooter that I own in my possession, at least every other day, maybe sometimes every day, I'm going to be out exploring where I want to go. Now, on the East Coast, I only need a scooter that's, for pavement or sidewalks. So the one I picked out, it's very nice. It's very nice. Again, it costs a bit more than initially I wanted to spend, but I think it's going to be worth the investment because I already have so many gadgets that will turn my scooter basically into a streamer scooter because my car, as some of you who followed me for a long time know, that my car is basically the ultimate streamer car. I have everything in my car for, creating videos, live streaming, doing anything tech wise that I could want to do for my car, I could do in my car. But it'll be the same thing with the scooter. And I almost feel like the scooter is going to become like a part of my streamer mobile car. I'm really excited about it. Really, really excited about it. But I already have things that I don't use, but that I've just, had in like a little storage bin, things like handlebar mounts. Um, I don't have a GoPro, but I have something similar to a GoPro, camera mounts, all kinds of things. The only thing that I think I'll need to get in addition to what I already have maybe another external battery operated speaker, and I don't know what else. And don't worry, for those of you who worry about me, I will be getting a good helmet. I'll be all right. Don't worry about that. But I'm just really excited, So while I'm on the east side of the country, most of the cities here, there's not really anything to do off road. Okay. So I only need a scooter that's suitable for pavement. But when I go back to the west side of the country, which is probably ultimately where I'm going to settle, I'm probably going to settle on the west side of the United States. I'll sell the scooter that I just purchased, and I'm going to get um, a top of the line off-road scooter that of course can also be used in cities, but there's a lot of state parks that I passed through on my first journey of self-discovery, to where I was able to hike a bit, but I could just see in the distance that there were some areas that I would have liked to have, traversed or visited, but I couldn't get to really on foot. At least it probably wouldn't have been a good idea to go by myself. And with the scooter, I'll be able to explore certain state parks a lot more than I would be able to on foot. So, it's going to be a few months between now and then, so that'll give me a chance to save up the money for one of the models that I've been checking out. And I'm going to do as much research as I can on, the off-road scooters. But these off-road electric scooters nowadays are incredibly advanced. I mean, the kids growing up nowadays with these vehicles, they are so fortunate. But what's weird? I don't see a lot of teens on these on these electric scooters. You would think you would see them more, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe their parents can't afford them, or if the kids just don't want to use them. Um, but there's so much really amazing outdoor sports equipment that exists nowadays that did not exist when I was younger. And, even though I'm less than 4 years away from 50, I don't care. I'm going to purchase as much of it as I can and use it, because even though in a lot of ways I'm a city girl, I just have this thing in me to where I want to be off grid. Maybe not permanently, not all the time, but a lot of the time. Yeah. I like nature. I like being outside when it's good weather. So, after I complete this journey of self discovery with the scooters, I'm going to get a motorcycle. And I've been, researching exactly what motorcycle I want. I've narrowed it down to two different manufacturers. And I guess I'd have to test ride in order to really determine which would be right for me. But once I'm comfortable enough on a motorcycle, I'm going to travel up into the Canada area. And I'm also going to travel down into the Mexico area. And then, probably as I'm approaching 50, which will be, like I said, less than 4 years from now, I am going to ride a motorcycle throughout Europe. That's what I will be doing. So I have a few plans, just a few. Let's see what else is going on. Not too much. Not too much. Feeling good overall. The past 6 or so months was very hard on me. which is why I decided to come to the Orlando area to kind of rest and pull myself together mentally, visit with some family, and just kind of get myself back in a really good routine. But I'm trying to decide what my travel route's going to be over the next few months. I haven't quite narrowed it down just yet. Unfortunately, I do contend with some pretty evil people who are fixated on me, so even though I would like to travel to share my travel plans, I can't. Would I like a touring style motorcycle? No. No. Um I want more so of a sports sort of motorcycle, even though I want it to appear kind of classic. I don't want a sports bike as far as like a Ninja or a Kawasaki, not that. But I don't want like the kind of motorcycle that you lounge on. That's not for me. I'm still too active of a person for something like that. Maybe when I get into my 60s, that would be for me, but not right now. Not yet. So, you know. But yeah, there's some things that I'm not able to share anymore just because of some very negative people who um, basically actually are out to get me, which is a shame. I honestly hope that they all drop dead of natural causes. I do. And they will. But what else is going on? I've been, well, I'm always reading, but there's a few books that I've started reading. I still like, I might do that, get some sun on the rest of my body, but that's about it. I just kind of wanted to give an update. When I get the scooter, I will do an unboxing of it. And I'm just going to do a ton of travel scooter streams, and I'm so excited. I mean, I am super duper excited about it. Incredibly excited about it. So, everyone take care. I will resume the modern English version of the Bible daily readings soon. But I needed to take a break from it for a while. Sometimes it's like that. So have a great day and take care. If you're worthy of someone me wishing a good day upon. If you're not, again, may you reap what you sow. Bye bye.